Brace yourself. 150 dad jokes are incoming, and your eyes might roll. Let's get into it. Yesterday, my son asked me, Dad, can you tell me what an eclipse is? And I said, no, son. So yesterday, I was washing my car with my son, and he looks at me and he says, can't you just use a sponge? What pronouns does chocolate use? Her, she. What did one plate say to the other plate? Tonight, dinner's on me. I don't trust that tree over there. It looks pretty shady. Today I got into my old car. I put it into reverse, and I thought to myself, wow, this thing really takes me back. Have a blessed day. What did one hat say to the other hat? Wait here, I'm going ahead. Never date a tennis player. Love means nothing to them. My resume is a list of things that I hope I never have to do again. Hey guys, why did the moon burp? Because it was full. Did you guys hear about that new restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere. Somebody stole my antidepressants. I hope they're happy. Today, I got the thesaurus I ordered from Amazon. When I opened it up, all the pages were blank. I have no words to describe how angry I am. Dad joke of the day. So I met somebody online dating. Our first date was supposed to be at the gym. She never showed up. I guess we're not going to work out. So two windmills are sitting on a hill. The one looks at the other one and says, do you have a favorite genre of music? The other one looks at him and says, well, all my life, I've been a huge metal fan. Dad joke of the day. One time I had a dream that I was floating in an ocean of orange soda. Now that I think about it, it was more of a fantasy. Dad joke of the day, please subscribe. Why can't a T-Rex clap its hands? Because it's extinct. Who won the neck decorating contest? Nobody. It was a tie. I'm so mad. My barber said he can't cut my hair any longer. He said he can only cut it shorter. I don't trust these stairs. They are definitely up to something. Shopping centers are so boring. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. So I just started this new book on gravity. It is impossible to put down. So the other day, me and my girlfriend were arguing. She got mad at me because I never buy her flowers. I told her, I didn't even know you sold flowers. I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 was. He said nothing. Shout out to my fingers. I can count on all of them. Why'd the Scarecrow win an award last night? Because he was outstanding in his field. What state has the most streets? Rhode Island. What do you call two people that share an Amazon account? Primates. What do you call a beehive without an exit? Unbelievable. So I went on Amazon to buy a lighter, and all I got was 2,678 matches. What did the lifeguard say to the hippie swimmer? You're too far out, man. I just built an ATM machine that only gives out coins. I can't believe anybody hasn't thought about it before. It only makes sense. How much does a chimney cost? Nothing. It's on the house. What did the fish say after he ran into the wall? Damn! How do you make 7 even? You take away the S. Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? Because the ghosts bring all the booze. I always get sick during the week. I must have a weekend immune system. This morning, Siri said, don't call me Shirley. I accidentally left my phone in airplane mode. Whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. I stayed up all night wondering where the sun went. But then it dawned on me. How do you define a farmer? Someone who is good in their field. You know what makes me throw up? This dartboard on the ceiling. Today my doctor told me I'm colorblind. That news came out of the purple. After dinner my wife asked, can you clear the table? I need a running start, but I cleared it. Why did Del cross the road? To say My wife said I should do lunges to get into shape. That would be a big step forward. Today my son said, "Dad, can you put on my shoes?" And I said, "I don't think they'll fit me." I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me. I hate when people say age is only a number. Age is actually a word. I hate when people say age is only a number. Age is actually a word. I was gonna make a joke about paper, but it was terrible. I don't know why Marvel doesn't use the Hulk to advertise more. He's basically just one big banner. I don't trust atoms. They make up everything. I just broke up with my mathematician girlfriend. She was obsessed with an X. If two vegetarians get in an argument, is it still called beef? Out of all the inventions invented over the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. I wanted to start a professional hide-and-seek league, but good players are hard to find. Please subscribe. New jokes every single day. What did the grape say when he got stepped on? Nothing. He just let out a little whine. Stop trying to look for the perfect match. Use a lighter instead. I can't take my dog to the pond anymore. He keeps getting attacked by the ducks. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog. Not to brag, but last year I made 6 figures. In other news, I was voted worst employee to Toy Factory. My doctor told me I was going deaf. That news was hard to hear. Today my boss said, "Did you sign up for the company's 401k?" And I said, "There's no way I can run that far." Night is a very dark time for me. Mountains aren't funny. They're hilarious. What is the difference between a bad joke and a dad joke? You turn around the first letter. Hi, my name is Buzz Aldrin, second man on the moon. Neil, before me. I tried to explain to my 4-year-old son that it's perfectly normal to poop your pants. He hasn't stopped making fun of me. Who isn't hungry at Thanksgiving dinner? The turkey. He's already stuffed. What did the leftover turkey say? Make me a sandwich. In America, using the metric system can get you in trouble. Why did the coffee file a police report? He got mugged. Why did the kid cross the playground? To get to the other slide. What do the Eiffel Tower and ticks have in common? They're both parasites. What did the bald man say when he got a comb for Christmas? I'll never part with it. How do you wash your hands over the holidays? With sanitizer. What song do grapes sing at Christmas? 'Tis the season to be jelly. What do you call people who are afraid of Santa? Claustrophobic. What's the key difference between the Christmas alphabet and the normal alphabet? In the Christmas alphabet, there's Noel, Noel. Why is it getting harder to buy advent calendars? Their days are numbered. What did the soccer announcer who made the naughty list get from Santa Claus? Coal. I asked my wife what she wanted for Christmas this year. She told me that nothing would make her happier than a diamond necklace. So I got her nothing. Turns out that was the wrong call. What did one ornament say to the other ornament? Let's hang out. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. If you like corny jokes like this, please subscribe to my channel. I have new jokes every single day. Would love to make you laugh. May God bless you and your families. Thank you. I can't listen to anybody on New Year's Eve. It just goes in one ear and out the other. Why should you start your New Year's Eve countdown on just your left foot? That way you'll start your new year on the right foot. So I had to return my new sweater I got for Christmas. It was having an issue with static. So I took it back to the store and they gave me a new one. Free of charge. Not to brag, but I have a date for New Year's Eve. It's December 31st. Some people like elevators. Others prefer escalators. I guess it just depends on how you were raised. What did Dad say at 11:59 p.m. on New Year's Eve? All right, no more jokes till next year. They say money doesn't grow on trees. Then why are banks called branches? I accidentally handed my son our glue stick instead of our chapstick. He hasn't said a word to me since. I thought my dryer was drinking my clothes. Turns out it was my refrigerator. I told my wife she drew her eyebrows on too high. She looked surprised. It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs. They take everything. Literally. My friend says he doesn't know what cloning is. I said, that makes two of us. Do I like making courthouse puns? Guilty! I went to a concert that only cost me 45 cents. 50 cents featuring Nickelback. I got my hen to count her own eggs. She's a real mathema chicken. I'm not sure what my favorite part of Switzerland is, but I hear the flag is a big plus. Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. How does a cucumber become a pickle? It goes through a jarring experience. How can you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? One you'll see later, the other you'll see in a while. The other day my wife asked me, where do you get all the candy? And I told her, I always have a few Twix up my sleeve. What was more useful than the first ever telephone? The second telephone! I used to be addicted to soap, but now, I'm clean. What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. If I ever find that doctor that messed up my limb replacement surgery, I'll hit him with my bare hands. Why did the tomato turn red? Because he saw the salad dressing. What did the triangle say to the circle? You're pointless. What did the icy road say to the car? Want to go for a spin? What kind of cars do sheep drive? Lamborghinis. Dear Elsa, the cold bothers the rest of us. Did you know that a blue whale is so big that if you laid it from end to end on a basketball court, that it would cancel the game? What did one snowman say to the other snowman? Do you smell carrots? And my son told me a dad joke. He said, Dad, what do you call a bear with no teeth? And I said, what? He said, a gummy bear. How do you stop a bull from charging? You take away his credit card. Why was 6 scared? Because 7, 8, 9. The man just threw milk, cream, and butter at me. How dare he? Dad joke of the day. If you like dad jokes, check out my compilation right here. What do you call a lazy baby kangaroo? A pouch potato. Does anyone know a good Groundhog Day joke? I keep hearing the same one over and over and over and over and over again. I used to run an online dating site for chickens. I had to quit though. I was struggling to make hens meet. So I applied for a job at my local diner. I told them that there's a lot I can bring to the table. What gets wetter the more it dries? A towel. I have a joke about time travel, but you guys didn't get it. What kind of music scares balloons? Pop music. Did you know that an apple a day will keep the doctor away? If you throw hard enough. Why do psychiatrists love football players? Because they tackle their problems head on. My mom told me I could be anyone I want to be when I grow up. It turns out, identity theft is a crime. How did I know my girlfriend thought I was invading her privacy? She wrote about it in her diary. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese! I hate my job. All I do is crush cans. It's so depressing. If prisoners could take their own photos, they'd be called selfies. I'm not sure what my favorite part of Switzerland is, but I hear the flag is a big plus. Dear math, grow up and solve your own problems. How does a cucumber become a pickle? It goes through a jarring experience. How can you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? One you'll see later, the other you'll see in a while. The other day my wife asked me, where do you get all the candy? And I told her, I always have a few Twix up my sleeve. What was more useful than the first ever telephone? The second telephone. I used to be addicted to soap, but now I'm clean. What's the best way to watch a fly fishing tournament? Live stream. If I ever find that doctor that messed up my limb replacement surgery, I'll hit him with my bare hands. Why did the tomato turn red? Because he saw the salad dressing. What did the triangle say to the circle? You're pointless. What did the icy road say to the car? Want to go for a spin? What kind of cars do sheep drive? Lamborghinis. Dear Elsa, the cold bothers the rest of us. Did you know that a blue whale is so big that if you laid it from end to end on a basketball court, that it would cancel the game? What did one snowman say to the other snowman? Do you smell carrots? And my son told me a dad joke. He said, Dad, what do you call a bear with no teeth? And I said, what? He said, a gummy bear. How do you stop a bull from charging? You take away his credit card. Why was 6 scared? Because 7, 8, 9. The man just threw milk, cream, and butter at me. How dare he? What do you call when a snowman is having a temper tantrum? A meltdown. I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is gonna happen. I can feel it. What is a cow's favorite Disney movie? Mulan. How did the two cats end their fight? They hissed and made up. Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer? Because she kept running away from the ball. Have you guys heard about those new corduroy pillows? They're making headlines. Why are ice skaters so good at making new friends? Because they know how to break the ice. Why was the robot so angry? Because somebody kept pushing his buttons. What do you call a pile of cats? A mountain. How do cows learn about current events? They read the moose paper.